go to the session, actual paper. With this awareness, it should be easy for you to follow my explanation. The first 5 questions, the 7 questions based on the passage. Passage is all about inflation, am I right? Retail inflation, a bit difficult to understand because it goes with Indian economy. But I have already told you, any article related to economy usually touches the statistical data. You come across the first quarter, second quarter, year on year, month on month, and the percentage, the volume, increase, decrease. A few questions you can expect. While reading the passage, you have to focus on the data. That is very important. We'll see the first question. What is the first one? What, according to the author, saw inflation slow to 2.32% from 3.39%. So what is the answer? The very first option, clearly mentioned. Next time I'll show where it is also. I'm trying to improve slowly, design point of view. Though it takes time, but only problem here, the number has been going down. It has to go up, but it has been going down. One of the reasons could be bad weather. We'll go to the second question. Which of the following is or are true in the context of the passage? Brackets, do you have the hard copy? Next to the question you write trap, T-R-A-P. Try to avoid questions based on true, false. If you are good at English, you have a lot of time, answer. Otherwise, you try to avoid. What is the answer here? True. First one, key protein sources including pulses continue to register worryingly high. Right or wrong? Hold this one. Key protein sources including eggs and meat and fish continue to register. All these have been mentioned clearly in the passage. 1 and 2. Key protein sources including vegetables, cereals and oil. Is it right? Third one, is it true or not true? Not true. So what is the answer here? Only A and B. Which option is that? And based on explicit information, according to the author, what must remain the monetary authority's primary target? At the fag end of the editorial passage, it has been clearly mentioned something has to be. Here, go to the last sentence. I think you can have a look. Last sentence. Price stability. For all the growing calls to downplay its centrality in the RBI's policy mandate. So what are the key words here? Price stability. What is the first option here? Enforcement of laws of vaccination. No, something is missing. Second one is over. Third one, what is the answer here? The RBI's forecast. No, it is not about that. The high cost of transporting. Third one, C, price stability. Clearly mentioned or not? So what is the answer here? Only C. Fifth option is the answer. Question number 4. Which of the following is possibly the most appropriate title for the passage? Passage is all about inflation. Which inflation? A retail inflation. Which option says that? Mild moderation on retail inflation. Is it the second option? Easy or difficult? Easy to answer. In the passage, given a sentence is given in bold. When you took the exam, have you got the same sentence or did you get the same sentence? Does it go with this context? From somewhere it came here. What is the sentence about? Vaccine. But the passage is about what? Some problem. Same thing you had in the actual paper, online paper. Anyhow, we'll see the answer. You have to find out the error. When more than one vaccine, underline more than one vaccine, one unit. Or you can underline more than one. When we use this expression, we consider one. That means the sentence isn't present. We should add S or ES to the verb. What is the verb here? Become. Become, present tense, subject is third person singular. You say become or becomes. Add the letter S. When more than one vaccine becomes available, not become available. How many of you have got this right? Becomes available. Wonderful. That is highly appreciated. Which of the following is similar in meaning to the word flagged given in bold in the above passage? One of the meanings, identify, to tell that something is important or something has to be considered at a later stage or in future. But underline the first option, identify. It's a general term, not specific. Hold that one. Recognize, no. Inoculate goes with vaccines, not relevant here. Classify, not relevant here. If at all you have to consider, answer should be identify. But it's a general term. Have you got it? What does the key say? I think the key says the fifth option, none of the above. What is the reason? Flag, identify is one word. It does not have any connotation. It's a neutral word. Flagging has a different connotation. Flagging connotation, something important, something to be reviewed, something to be considered, something may become a problem in future. And when you use the word identify, it does not convey any of these shades of the meaning. Based on that, answer should be not the first one. What is the answer? Who has chosen the fifth option? No one. There is a subtle difference between general word identify for a particular purpose. Please write the meaning of the word flag. Already you have written. What is the meaning you have written? Mark for something as important. Write again, there itself write one more meaning. Identify something for specific action. Identify something for specific action. They have to review, they have to do something, they have to take action. Can you see the difference? Identify something is one thing. Identify something for specific action, a different connotation altogether. We'll go to the next one. Which of the following is opposite in meaning? Word foresee. What is the meaning you have written for foresee? To predict, to talk about the future. Can you use the word genuine here? Can you use the word assent here? Assent means what? Approval. He has given his assent. Approved. Approval. Authentic. Fake. Answer should be none of the above, but the key says the fourth option, I suppose, which is not correct. Answer is none of the above. Please make a note. Who has chosen none of the above? Good, very good, I appreciate. You're waiting for that question. Please go to the next one. This is a bit difficult. This close test, what is it about? Augmentation. Augmentation related to what? Intelligence, cognitive powers. A bit difficult to comprehend, but let us see how the blanks and whether you can or not. The term intelligence augmentation and intelligence amplification. Underline the word amplification. I'm sure you all know the meaning of the word amplify. It goes with the sound systems, amplifier, increase. Intelligence amplification, images of human beings. Before you go to the options, you have to think of presents or projects or evokes, any of these. What is the first one here? Evoke. Evoke means what? To bring to mind, usually feelings, memories, or here images. Hold the first option. Can you use the word calm here? These two calm images, no. Soothe images, you have to look at the combination. Underline the word images. Pacify images, already I've given the meanings, they go with person, soothing words. Pacify a person. Allay, remove the fears. So you cannot use any of these words. What is the answer here? Evoke images of human beings with computer chips embedded in their skulls or bizarre accoutrements. Bizarre means what? Strange or odd. Accoutrements means specific equipment attached to their heads. I'll spend a minute on this. Have you heard of the word? All of you please write this word. Cyborg. Have you heard of this word? Means what? Write the meaning. Cyborg or cyborg, part of speech noun. Half man, half machine. Half man, half machine. No, that is the meaning. Cyborg means half man, half human being, half machine. There are some English movies also. Have you seen those movies? Half man, half machine. Today, this has already come into existence. Whatever the passage says, it's a reality. In the US, I remember talking about this way back in 2017. One guy, he got antenna fixed in his skull, an antenna. Because of that, he can get the news from across the world, the text as well as images. You understand what I say? And it looks bizarre, obviously. Imagine your skull, clean shaved, and an antenna projects out. Bizarre appearance. And it is happening. And the first cyborg, a professor in one of the universities in the UK, a professor, IT professor, computer science department professor, he got one chip embedded in his hand. First person to be called cyborg. And because of this chip, here when we enter the house, we have to open the door, we have to give the commands. But because of the chip can read his thoughts. Based on his thoughts, the actions are done. He is the first cyborg. I forgot his name. 2017, I remember talking about all these things. Now in the US, if you take the US, all these things, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual images, you all know, I'm sure, you have hit something and you see a particular movie or whatever it is. All these things are the most happening things in the US. And the US is 6 years ahead of the rest of the world when it comes to this technology. How many years ahead? 6 years ahead of the world. And they're doing wonders, in fact. Today all know AI, what sort of wonders it has been creating. You got the answer for the first one? We'll continue. However, according to an article entitled Get Smart by Jamius Cascio, human beings' ability to, their intelligence, ability to what? Decrease. Generally human intelligence, we always try to increase or decrease. We want to become better. And based on that, you cannot consider a negative word, strike off decrease. Hold augment. Augment already have written the meaning. What does it mean? Make something larger or greater by adding something to it. But one simple word, increase. Hold the second option. And depress, negative word. Abate, a negative word. Have you got it? Abate means what? Reduce, something unpleasant. Go to a lower level. In a way positive, but it goes with a negative connotation. Dent is a negative word. So what is the answer here? Human beings' ability to augment their intelligence is precisely the prowess which has empowered us to survive. Prowess means what? An exceptional skill or ability. Already I've given the meaning. So it should be easy for you. Prowess which has empowered us to survive a series of convulsive glacial events. It means something like negative glacial events based on ice ages, bit difficult to understand. Events means what? Show. Events by the last ice age. As I said, that expression goes with ice ages. Neurophysiologist William Calvin asserts that, underline the word asserts, and write one word form based on that in your notebook, an important word. Write the word assertive. Have you heard of this word any time? I want you guys to respond. I think Sashi sir also was telling the same. Why don't you respond? I've overheard. You guys don't respond. That is a problem. When you don't respond, the person who is here to teach or enrich your knowledge gets demotivated. You understand what I say? When you respond, it goes up and up and up. We get charged to give better information, more information. So assertive means to be firm. Write the meaning. To be firm. Why I told you to write this word? Usually what happens, tomorrow you get the job. You're a young boy or girl or young man or woman. At the workplace, the boss already has been working for so many years. He knows ins and outs of the workplace culture, and he is not a person who is honest. He wants you to do something negative or something illegal. As a young person, usually you can't say no to the boss in a situation like that. But you have to say no to the boss because it is something illegal. Then if you say no to your boss, we say you are assertive. Means what? To say something in a firm manner or to do something in a firm manner. Have you got it? So the most important thing here, this word, tomorrow when you get the job, do remember at the workplace, you should always be what? Assertive. Something is right, accept. Something is wrong, don't accept. It becomes a problem otherwise. Assert means it's a verb form, assertive adjective. Let us go back to neurophysiologist William Calvin asserts that the human species what? Stop, prohibited, continues. Excuse me. To evolve cognitively, underline, excuse me, underline to evolve cognitively. Based on that here, what do you understand from the context? Past or present? Or is it a fact? It's a fact. Any fact which tense do you use? Present tense. How many? And the subject is human species, underline. Singular or plural? Singular. And any verb in present, subject is third person singular, what are you supposed to add? S or ES. How many options with S or ES? Only one option. Based on that, what is the answer? Continues to evolve cognitively, means intellectually. And to create its own cognitive evolution in two basic ways, external and internal. Tassio states that humans what? Extremely augmenting. Underline externally augmenting. Externally augmenting. Here, underline the word augmenting. Write the part of speech verb. Based on that, you should understand this particular sentence is in which tense. Please answer. Present perfect or present continuous or present perfect continuous? Humans, singular or plural? Underline the word humans. Plural. Will you say has been or has been right or wrong? Has wrong. Had wrong. What is the answer? There are two options here. Have been augmenting, had been augmenting. But still it is going on. Based on that, you cannot use a past perfect continuous. The answer is present perfect continuous. Have been augmenting. What does it mean? What is the use of present perfect continuous? We use dots. Something begins in the past, comes to the present, may go into future. There is a AI, augmentation, intelligence augmentation, all these recent phenomena, and they have been growing. Based on that, you have to use present perfect continuous. I hope you guys got it. Next one. Humans have been externally augmenting their intelligence for millennia. By developing written language, we boosted our capacity to share information over 10 space and time. 10 means the blank, I suppose. No, 10 space and time. Where is the blank? Next one. Okay. Other advancements such as agricultural and industrial technologies. What is the word here? Is it the 12th one? Complete the exigencies, includes, inflate, magnify the exigencies of manual labor. What do you understand from the context? Write the meaning of the word exigency. Write the singular form. Exigency means something very important. Something very important. Exigencies of manual labor. Context says because of technology, manual labor increased or decreased. Sheer common sense. In the past, housewives, they would spend hours together to grind something. Today, how much time does it take to grind something? All that they have to do, press the button. We have the gadgets. So context talks about reduce. Based on that, what is the answer? Reduce the exigencies of manual labor. I hope you guys got it. Who has got all the 5 correct? This wonderful. I appreciate. Not easy under pressure. Shall we go to the next set? What do they deal with? 5 phrases, grammar knowledge, contextual awareness, vocabulary, all these things matter. The government had hastily took. Underline the word took. Can you use the verb in the past form here? Mark it wrong. The government had hastily took, again not correct. Take not correct. Taken, taken. How many options with the past participle form? 2 options. Had hastily taken. But government, what is the subject here? Government, singular or plural? Can you use have? No. So what is the answer? Answer is past perfect, but only one idea. Only one idea we don't use past perfect. We use, please make a note, this sentence should be in present perfect tense. Please make a note. This sentence should be in present perfect tense. They must have lifted from somewhere. But one idea, past action, time is not important, time is not, need not be mentioned. We cannot use past perfect. We have to use present perfect. Question number 14. The opposition leader defiantly, write the word defy. From that you get this word. Adverbial form defiantly. What is the verb defy? Defy, one of the meanings. In this context also write the meaning. To challenge. Defy someone's decision. Challenge someone's decision. Oppose. Also write the word oppose. Defiantly also you can say. The opposition leader defiantly make his points or made his points. Can you say make? Mark it wrong. Has, this does not make any sense whatsoever. Has defiantly make, again not correct. Have cannot be used. One person we are talking about. Has defiantly made his points in the assembly. So what is the answer here? Fourth option. See, previous question, this question, both talk about a past action where time is not mentioned, time is not important. Based on that, we should use present perfect. Now you understand why I said that. Previous question also present perfect based. This also based on present perfect. Question number 15. This opinion clearly were not. What is the subject here? Underline the word opinion. Singular or plural? Singular. Can you use were? How many? Has not been taken, hold the first option. Had not been taken into consideration, nor has it been found to be credible by international observers. So we don't see two actions. Only two actions, one after the other. You have to think of past perfect. Otherwise don't think of past perfect. Is that clear? Was not being taken, is it grammatically correct? No. Was not taken. Here it is in passive voice. Has not taken. Let us see. This opinion clearly has not taken or has not been taken into consideration. Context talks about passive voice. Please make a note. Passive voice. Here the subject is the receiver. They have not taken the opinion. The opinion has not been taken into consideration. Now you have a question you ask me about this? Fine. What is the answer based on that? Hasn't been taken into consideration. Underline the phrase taken into consideration one unit. Take something into consideration. It's a standard expression. Easy to answer based on that.